I was watching Daniel Haqiqatjou on, and he was bashing the Ummah that Ummah has adopted feminism, while he himself always promotes red pill movement. Always, I cannot say always, but he has approved red pill movement, which is a product of secular and liberal West. And he was basically saying that Quran actually refutes feminism because Quran clearly says that men have authority over women, and it's a clear cut command, therefore it refutes feminism. I would like to say that that verse of Surah Nisa, the word used is kawam, which is basically translated as protectors and maintainers of women. And Daniel Haqiqatjou also adds that it supports patriarchy. Well, this verse has nothing to do with patriarchy, because if that is patriarchy, then there are other verses in the Quran which favors the mother. And in the hadith, it's also like three times mother has a greater right than a father. So does that mean that Islam promotes matriarchy? The answer is no. Islam does not promote matriarchy or patriarchy. Islam actually promotes balance, justice between men and women. That men should be just and women should be just. Now, justice does not means identicality or even equality. Sometimes equality can be just, but not always. So Allah has given men some responsibilities, and Allah has given women some responsibilities. That in any way does not mean that Islam is a patriarchal or matriarchal religion. And I would like to also quote a verse from Surah Baqara, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that women have similar rights than men, but men have a degree above them. Now, this actually destroys patriarchy, because Allah could have said that men have one degree, and even Allah specifies in the Quran itself that men have only one degree above women, and in Surah Nisa, Allah clarifies that that degree is that of Kawama, but only one degree. Okay. Now, point to be noted is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that men have a degree above women, one degree. Allah could have said this only, but Allah actually starts and says that women have similar rights than men. Why is Allah saying that women have similar rights than men? If Islam is promoting patriarchy, Allah could have just omitted this verse. Allah could have just started it like men have one degree above women, but Allah starts that women have similar rights than men, and but men have one degree above women, and that we all know is Kawama. Only one degree above women, rest is same. So this is an exception. This is not a rule. Fine. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something, for example, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Allah does not want that people should speak something wrong except for the one who has been wronged. So Allah provides a general rule, and then He provides an exception. Fine. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even says that none can speak on the day of judgment except whom Allah wills. So general rule is that none can speak on the day of judgment, but there will be exceptions to the rule. Another example I can give is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that none knows the gap of this world except that Allah allows some of its gap to be revealed on the messengers of Allah. So Allah gives a general rule, Allah gives an exception. The general rule is men and women are equal, as the Quran says in Surah Baqarah, but the exception is that men are kawam, the protectors and maintainers over the woman. Now you can't make an exception the rule. Exceptions are not the rule. That's the basic difference. So people like Daniel Haqiqatjou should understand this. He's a very intelligent person, but unfortunately he has, you know, I can say he has abused his intelligence towards the Muslim community.